Winde. I'm a dad. I'm an ex-entrepreneur, a current politician, and I happen to have a pretty tough job at the moment. I put my hand up and I'm the premier in the province. I grew up on a farm. My dad was an entrepreneur. He was an industrialist, so he had factories. He was into manufacture, etc. But my mom was the farmer. We grew up on an organic farm, organic fruit farm. I think that's also where my own entrepreneurial spirit came from. So I would spend school holidays between the farm and one of the factories. I enjoyed sitting on a production line in my dad's factory and getting an envelope on the Friday afternoon. I still even remember from a very young age negotiating with my parents and having a vegetable garden that I could grow for myself and sell. I would negotiate for the leftovers. I'd pick it myself. I'd package it. I'd take a bucky from the farm down the gravel road to go to a stall at the end of the road to go and sell this organic produce to make extra money. Definitely that was the seed that sparked for my own first 10 years of my career. I want to say I was an entrepreneur and started 10 different companies because that was the sort of those early seeds that were planted. From a food point of view, my daughter, she's actually busy at the moment at Capsicum. She's at chef school. She's also trying to bring different sides to food. She's a vegetarian. I think from my own journey, that's influenced my kids. I myself, we order get our organic boxes delivered from local farms. Local producers, we always have done that. Eating is very important for us as a family. I think sitting around the table is very important for us as a family. And food is an important part of my life. I'm a diabetic, and definitely what you eat plays a huge role for diabetics. And when I was first diagnosed, I'm type 2. When I was first diagnosed, I was given all of these meds, and after a bit of research, it was actually the documents that they were confusing, because I was given all these, this is what you must do, this is what you must do, and they were contradicting each other with regards to food. And then we went and did some research, and then I changed my diet to low GI, low GL, so it was about glycemic index and load, and getting as natural and as organic as possible. And by doing that, in sort of, I suppose, the first 15 years of having diabetes, I actually got off all the meds, and I only managed it through diet and exercise. I got COVID-19 last year, and that really, my sugar levels went crazy. But diet definitely plays a major role in our lives today, and more so because we're getting so many more of these lifestyle type diseases, lifestyle that is affecting us from a mental wellness, from a health point of view. And so what you eat is really important. I love a kitchen, and I don't always get to do that anymore. I must say, when I was an entrepreneur, it was interesting. My wife also was an entrepreneur, and we lived in Knysna, and we had seasons, and at least her business season was opposite to my business season, and so that meant half of the year I was the cook, and the other half of the year she was the cook, and I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed getting into the kitchen. I like the more spicy, and Tracy's not so keen on the more spicy, so we're going to find a little bit in between, and then that little bit in between generally is me slicing off a chili separately to add afterwards. I personally like different foods from around the world. That's really the great part about meeting other cultures and meeting other people from around the world is their food, because that's what it's based on. We're moving into Heritage Month, where it's not actually about our history only and that heritage. It's about who we are as people, and the food we eat, and the tastes and the sounds, the music we make, and it's so integrated. And we have never been more connected. We are really connected, but we've never been so disconnected. Let's just even be socially distanced, but let's all just have breakfast together, because you just need that. It's amazing how that's missing, and that comes together around food. And I think there's also been a mindset change that we need to be healthier, and if we can grow some of our own food, it's going to help us. And we need to eat properly, because we need to turn away from actually putting ourselves at risk through eating incorrectly. And the reality is, it costs more money to eat properly. So what do we do about that? It's about supply and demand. So if we get more organic vegetable gardens going in our backyard rather than the ornamental flower, I mean, surely that's going to start to make a difference. On our streets, let's just plant more fruit trees. Let's do these kind of things that are not necessarily only for now because we're in a pandemic. It actually starts to change society over time, and we can see it changing. I mean, look at the urban gardens that are taking place right now. That it's an explosion, really, and that's really good news. I think just specifically when we eat, if we use that as a ritual where we can actually, build our relationships, build ourselves, use it family-wise, but also use it. And I mean, I think we generally try to do that. Let's break bread together, because by doing that, we find a solution.